Children are the future of now and not just tomorrow.
I learned how important identity is.
Nigeria is blessed with animals beyond even our imagination, what we think.
When I met the man, he told me a lot about snakes, what they do and how, so that if you see one, you know that this is it.
I'm happy to see that what was once a vision is now translating into something real time.
The Complete Child Initiative is a very good one in the sense that they are catching them young. We use that phrase, catch them young, and this is literally what it means, to catch them young.
This comes together as a holistic and way of developing a child.
Kids 10, 20 years from now would look back and say, oh, I know that I'm like this because of this program that I went through.
Children need to discover themselves. Nowadays we have a lot of distractions. Social media, peer pressure, sometimes parents as well. We parents sometimes want our children to be something, in particular.
It's nice to be seeing all of us. My name is Morenike, and you can call me Coach AMA for today. Are we good? Are we excited to be in this conversation? Because it's not class, we're just going to be gisting. And so I need 3 people. Anybody volunteering? Hey, please girls, let's not do this. Do not fall my hand. I can see you, I'm just waiting. Anybody? Okay, please clap for her. So somebody wants to tell me about money. What does money represent to us?
So my name is Chinedu Mugbo. I'm the founder of the Green Fingers Wildlife Conservation Initiative. Now this initiative was created to first initially protect wildlife species in Nigeria. And we try as much as possible to even educate the younger ones to become wildlife advocates, wildlife activists practically in their own way to fight for these species for their own time, because we are getting to a point where if we allow our children to be less conscious of the environment or to be less conscious of the natural world around them, they'll grow up, or they are currently growing up believing it doesn't exist. And by the time they get to a point, they get to now see the effect of the non-existent nature that we preach or we talk about, or that was practically even written in their books. So the more we are exposing young people, the more we're exposing Nigerians to wildlife conservation, the more we are making them more nature conscious.
NAFA, like I said, is the Nigerian American Football Association, which was established with the main goal of, just expanding the game of American football, flag football, to every nook and cranny of the country, just to, get more people acquainted with the sport. Also, getting them playing the sport as well. Sometimes when parents of kids hear about American football, the first thing we get is a pushback from them that they don't want the kids to be involved. And that's why we then let them understand that, yes, this is American football, right? But what we're introducing to the kids is actually a variation of American football, which is flag football.
Civic responsibility basically are some of the ethical duties and voluntary actions that we do that have direct implications in our society. From a young age, if you are able to spur or stimulate this kind of conversations and this kind of ideas in young people, they are able to grow into functional adults and good leaders.
I think civil responsibility is like the right you have as a citizen to perform your duties, like pay tax, obeying each other's rights,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
If you look behind you, you can see mountains of plastics, which the kids collected in 2 days. And some other kids are going home with gifts and trainings with some institutions.
First up is the identity showcase, where you get to put on your presentation, spoken word. If you want to act it out, anything, it's time to do your identity presentation. So who's going to be coming up first?
I'm here to give a short presentation on who I am beyond social media. In an era of curated aesthetic and constant sharing, it is easy to mistake our digital identity for our actual. It is easy to mistake our digital footprint for our actual identity. However, the most vital parts of who we are often exist beyond the screens. I wrote a letter to my future self. Dear future self, how are things going on now? How are our parents? And are they doing okay? Did you get your job as a doctor or did things go south? Where are you now and what are you doing? So many questions I have for you, but I guess I'll figure it out later.
My future self. Who am I? Where am I going to? These are the questions I need to ask myself to ensure an expected end. My name is Oluwaseun Akinbulumo, and I am writing this essay to talk about how I want to see myself in the future.
Everything we've done so far, leading up to the past 4 days and today, it's nothing short of phenomenal. I didn't know what to expect with how the kids were going to receive it, and seeing how they've walked up to you multiple times saying, Miss Vaughn, they have a question. Oh, Miss Vaughn, you look so great today. And it's like, okay. So the kids made it worth it.
We saw them showcase friendship and teamwork. We saw them be kids, of course. They played around, they made a bit of noise, they spoke a lot. But you could see their brains actively working on ideas, on solutions, on even ways to get what they wanted from us. This is strategy in its own sense, and we loved to see them in their elements.